Pasuk starts, the first psukim in Parshas Kedoshim, second Parsha of Acharei Mot Kedoshim. Kedoshim we read this week. Kedoshim tiyu ki kadosh ani Hashem Elokeichem. The famous Teres Kainim says that if you will Kedoshim tiyu, you should be holy. What does it mean you should be holy? You should sanctify yourself. If you sanctify yourself, Kaviyachol, it sanctifies me as well. Ki kadosh ani. But you might think that that you can be mamish like me, you can be holy like me. No, ki kadosh ani Hashem Elokeichem. Hashem, the holiness of Hashem, the kedusha of Hashem, is still something that's completely unfathomable and something unchangeable. Hashem is Hashem because He is Hashem, and He's holy because He is holy, and we cannot have any effect on Him. So what does it mean, the first part of this phrase, that if we sanctify ourselves, we sanctify Hashem? How does that work? How do we sanctify Hashem? And if we can sanctify Hashem, kaviyachol, so what does it mean? No, ki kadosh ani, that Hashem is Kadosh because He is Kadosh, and we have no control, we have no effect. We cannot affect the Kedusha of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. How do we understand these two ideas, and how does one interact with the other? Malbim explains as follows. Malbim explains that Kedusha of a person means a person is made up of a neshama and a guf, of the soul and the body. Or the mind sometimes understands what he's supposed to do, but the heart pulls him to another direction. So the person is always a contradiction and always a nisayon of always trying to choose what he knows he's supposed to do in order to elevate himself over the mundane, over the material world. And when he does that, he becomes more of a holy person. He raises himself and he changes himself to accentuate the holy part of his being over the body, over the more material, the more physical part of his being. That is what it means to be Kaddish. Kaddish means it's a frame of mind, to be able to more and more focus on the part of him that he knows, pulls himself, and remove himself. Like the word Kedusha means removed. And the more a person removes himself from what bounds him to the physical and the material world, the more he becomes Kaddish. The Svarim HaKadoshim say that the person is called an Olam Katan, or in other places the Svarim say that the world is called a big person. So there's a correlation between the world and the person. What it means is, as the Svarim explain, that we as people, we have a tremendous effect on how the world works. The more we do, the Mesilas Yesharim speaks about it, and the Ramchal and his other Svarim in Derech Hashem, and especially in Das Tfunis, that the more a person works on himself and becomes more of a shalom, more of a fulfilled and a complete person, he completes the world around him as well. And what this means is, says the Malbim, is that HaKadosh Baruch Hu's yachas, his relationship with this world, kaviyachol, depends on how we act. So if the more we bring out the Kedusha in ourselves, the more we raise ourselves over the mundane, raise ourselves over the physicality and the materialism of this world, so we cause that HaKadosh Baruch Hu's presence in this world should be more and more visible. Hashem has many ways how He interacts with this world. Sometimes it looks like it's completely natural, it's completely teva. We don't see Hashem in the world. Sometimes there's great nisim, there's great miracles. HaKadosh Baruch Hu's presence is visible in the world. And the way the world runs is more holy, means it's more disconnected from the teva, from the mundane, and from the natural order of things. And then we see HaKadosh Baruch Hu Shechina, the world can fathom and see HaKadosh Baruch Hu Shechina more and more. That's what the Pasuk is teaching us. The more you separate yourself, the more you elevate yourself over the material part of the world, the material part of your beings, that more and more brings out the Kedusha of HaKadosh Baruch Hu Kaviyachol, that the way He runs the world will be much more in tune with the Shechina being seen and being visible, and being revealed in the world, just like it was when HaKadosh Baruch Hu did the great nisim of Yitzias Mitzrayim and Matan Torah and Kriyas Yam Sov and other great nisim. But the Medrash continues and says, don't think that you can actually affect HaKadosh Baruch Hu Himself. He is so Kaddish, He is so removed from anything that has to do with this world, that He is Kaddish because He is Kaddish, and that will never change, not more, not less, and not in any way affected by the way we act and by the way we behave. The only thing that we do have an effect of, and that's a great thing, that we can affect the way He reacts and interacts with this world. And the more we do focus on our own Kedusha, the more we own focus to elevate ourselves and separate ourselves as much as we can from the physicality and the material pulls of this world, the more and more and more Hashem's Shechina will be more and more visible in this world, until that time that we all wait for, when the HaKadosh Baruch Hu's Shechina will be revealed to all of mankind. Good Shabbos. To subscribe, you'll get the video every week by subscribing. Put a like. Thank you very much. Good Shabbos.